Justin Gordon, we scored 27 without GP. I'm ready for the next 3.
Big facts. Big facts. Even though they are saying that GP is still going to be up in the air this week. In fact,
I heard they were
he
leaning
was
towards
kind
him
of
being out.
Yeah, I was about to say this morning, shout out to the homie Pursuta, man. He did say that on the morning show that it is leaning a lot more to that than actually him playing. It's just unfortunate, man. But at the same time, I love what Coach Tomlin is doing in terms of be smart.
Yeah.
We don't have to rush you to get back out here. We know we have a style, a certain brand, and we have a quarterback that is less about the name on the jersey and more about, yo, just run this route and I'm going to get it to you. I don't care if it's Scotty Miller. I don't care if it's Ben Skronik. I don't care if it's Van Jefferson. Oh, it's Mike Williams this time. Okay, it's Darnell. Okay, let's move this week. Like, it doesn't matter. Russ's ability to spread the ball around, his accuracy, his timing, and how fast he is able to get up to speed with the new characters. It's not like he's had 1,000 reps with Scotty Miller and Mike Williams and Van Jefferson. You know what I mean? It's like, 40 minutes before that or 2 hours before they got to the stadium, they was planning on having GP being out there, being that guy, So it's like to see how you could just, all right, cool. Let's work with these dudes. Yeah, buddy. Yeah.
So do you think that shuts down any of the conspiracy theories?
Of what? Oh, Lord. I know y'all ain't about to say they set him out because of beef. I know y'all ain't. Is that what they saying? I know they ain't saying
it. Was Tomlin's version of discipline.
Man, what did they discipline him for?
So
hold
on.
What did he do?
Here's the timeline. I don't buy any of the conspiracy theories. I said it yesterday. I didn't buy him at all. I thought GP was legitimately hurt.
All right, let me hear this, man.
So here's the timeline.
Hold on.
Tomlin, after the Bengals game, said that GP needed to grow up.
I remember that.
And then on, I guess it was Friday when GP addressed the media, he had some immature type of comments related to Greg Newsome and what he thought of the Browns. Yeah.
He played dumb. He did the, I don't want to get fined, so I'm going to just play dumb. I don't know anything. I don't know any of them dudes.
Yeah, so this was...
man, y'all got to stop
Tomlin disciplining him for not...
You going to have a 2-game hammy,
approaching the media in an appropriate fashion.
You have a 2-game hammy. All right, that's what you have for right now. A shout out to the conspiracy theorists out there. If we were going to entertain it, we got time. Let's entertain it. I could see it just for the simple fact of, load management. If we wanted to entertain it, load management, right? We have never seen a wide receiver that is of the star capacity that George Pickens is at this stage of his career be set down in active games, not practice. We ain't say vet day, take Wednesday, take Thursday off. We say, sit out of these snaps for load management. So, yes, there could be some discipline stuff going on. There could be. I personally don't think that's the case. But if we wanted to entertain it, there is some breadcrumbs for it now. They've already... I'm a study type of guy. I don't want to just make. Let me see. Give me some info though. You done gave me some info. I ain't smart, but I can figure it out now. That's what. So I wouldn't put it past him. But typically, from my experience with Coach Tomlin, he is not playing that game as it pertains to game day. If he want to discipline him, he is going to hit him where he knows every person at that level feels it the most, and that's your pocket. When you feel like you're going through a whole work week, the amount of stuff you put in, and he starts tapping into that is usually how he wants to discipline you. He don't want to do the whole let me hurt the team.
Where's that money go?
It actually goes to well, let's see. No, because it's all same family. I was about to say because like we have 2 sets of fines. Like you have the NFL that'll fine you for like game day stuff, but then you have like the team will also fine you for like conduct detrimental or you're late to work, this and that. So what I was gonna say is I know for the NFL games, those fines go to different charity initiatives for the cities, like the youth program stuff, but they also have a portion that comes to guys like me. NFL alumni who are vested. Like, so we get some of that. So we be like, don't get fined. But if you do, I ain't tripping. You feel me? So like when I seen GP do, I'm like, GP, bro, you got to be smarter. But, you know what I'm saying, man? I ain't tripping either, all right? So that's that. For the teams.
You're living up to that double agent mantra.
Hey, listen, man, listen. I've grown enough to get to the gravy side. I'm like, now I get it. I see what y'all get now. All right. Don't trip, but if you do trip, just do it on game day. All right, if you gonna act out, make sure everybody can see it because we all appreciate you for that. And that's league wide. It ain't just Pittsburgh. Any team that's doing it, it all goes to the same fund, and yeah, we get a cut of it. So I like that. But in terms of the specific team ones, I don't 100% know, but I am under the impression that it is a part of the same family because they all in bed together. So that was what I was like.
It'd be messed up if it was going back in Tomlin's pockets.
No. Fines don't work like that. No. And on top of that fine be going back to Mr. Rooney's pocket. He the check cutter. Them checks say Arthur J. I'd be like, oof, that's the big boy. I know that one. Yeah. But shout out, man. Man.
The three reasons I don't buy the conspiracy theory that this was a Tomlin discipline thing is, one, he actually was on the injury report on Wednesday and Thursday for the hamstring, missed practice, which I didn't know about. None of us knew about. No one talked about that at all. Yeah. I guess we thought it wasn't really going to be anything. Why didn't we know about that?
The way
why wasn't it talked about at all?
Man, the way that they were trying to say it was like, yo, he was still being a part of the situation. Everything was good. And then they said Friday was supposed to be.
They threw it under the rug like nothing?
Okay. Right. And then it was like Friday was when they supposed to have.
I didn't see one headline. That was what it was communicated.
Anything. Yeah. I wasn't down there, so I can't tell you. But that was how it was communicated. It was like, yo, he was good. Friday happened. It gets a little tweaky. And now they like, oh, you might play Sunday. They go out there. Was it an hour or two before everybody gets to the stadium? He's testing it out. And they're like, nah. But they even said that he was still leaning like he wanted to play. And they said, yo, let's just be smart. We don't need to push it. And then Coach Tomlin, I guess they interviewed him, and he said based on the amount of reps he was supposed to get in the game, they just wanted to play it safe with him. Yeah. That to me doesn't scream discipline. That to me doesn't scream, yo, they knew on Wednesday he wasn't going to play. It sounds like they did like every NFL team does. If a guy coming out of a game on Sunday is leaking oil, man, I don't have to broadcast that to everybody. But at the same time, we're going to take care of you. You're my guy. I need you on Friday, though. Because with Coach Tomlin, if you're not one of his like vets, he wants you to at least practice one day out the week. And typically that's the Friday practice. So that was how it was communicated to me. Now, I don't know all the backstories of was he out there how long? I don't know, but the way it was communicated, that was, you know what I mean? So
the second thing is, if Tomlin wanted to punish Pickens, there's been times in the past where it would have been way more appropriate and way more justified. Like last year before that Bengals game.
Absolutely.
That would have been the one where everyone would have been in agreement. The fan, the media, even probably some of the players.
You said that Bengals game.
Yeah.
What about the first Bengals game? When he actually didn't block, you know what I mean? And that whole thing came out when he jumped up, remember?
You're saying this year?
No, I'm saying last year.
Last year.
Yeah.
The first
because
Bengals game.
The second one was going into that one
going
where we
into
were like,
the Bengals game.
That
was after the Colts game.
Right. But
we were on the 3-game
this
skid.
is the one where Jalen Warren says that I would have blocked for him. That's that comment.
What's the Bengals game, though? I can't remember.
That was that one. It was the I would have blocked for him comment. Because you see GP.
That was in the Colts game. Going into the Bengals one. The Bengals one was Deontay.
Okay, I thought it was him in that one.
There was other stuff with Pickens last year.
Yeah, good call, though.
I think it all added up to that.
Yeah.
After the Colts game, in between the Colts game and the Bengals game, where we were just like,
because I remember him saying like, I didn't want to get Tank Dell. That's what I'm saying that like I don't want to be like Tank Dell.
Right.
Yeah.
I think we would have all been in agreement of a Tomlin decision to bench Pickens for a game or suspend him for a game. Media, fans, even some players, probably coaching staff, organization. I think everyone would have understood that, but he decided to stick with Pickens, and he played in that Bengals game. Rest is history. We got on a little bit of that run. Mm-hmm. So seeing what Pickens did in that Bengals game, combined with some of his comments on Friday, that doesn't add up to a suspension or discipline.
Yeah, I was like, that
for me
didn't feel
Tomlin.
like
If
that,
anything,
man.
Tomlin likes to lean into the division rivalry beef
1,000%.
and that type of stuff.
He would have been in there all week like, hey, he going to be following you, GP. How you going to act? You a fake tough guy, GP. All right, coach. When I go ahead and put 150 on him, we'll see who the tough guy is. That'd have been that talk all week.
And then the last reason why I'm not buying the conspiracy theory would be the fact that he's already listed as pretty much out for this Eagles game.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But yeah, man.
I like the decision to bench him, though, or to sit him out, because I think being healthy for the playoffs is way more important than any seeding.
1,000%.
Way more important.
Health always over seeding, man. Health always over seeding. It was a smart decision. Sit him out, man. Allow him to fully heal up because we're going to need him. We saw what our offense looked like in that first quarter while we were trying to figure out who, what, when. It's like, yeah, we don't want to have to experience that versus some of these better teams. It's like Cleveland, they are good at times, but they're inconsistent. That's why their record is what it is. We know versus some of the other ones, you don't want to get into the slow start. You want to make sure that you're coming out fully loaded and playing our game to the best that we can, so that way we can go ahead and win this Lombardi like we're supposed to. So, health matters. Absolutely.
The silver lining is we got to see Mike Williams more incorporated in the offense, even a guy like Scotty Miller, because if GP's playing,
those guys roll.
GP's taking up all those snaps, right?
Yep.
So we're still probably having some sort of conversation today on Monday. Is like, when are we going to get Mike Williams involved? When is the chemistry? When's the rapport going to be built enough between him and Russell Wilson where he's going to get out on the field, get some targets?
Why do we even trade for Mike Williams? We don't even use this guy.
But I think with him being out there yesterday and some of the targets that he did get from Russ and some of the production that he gave the team, I think that only builds up the trust and makes you think that he's going to be a legitimate part of this offense going forward, even when GP comes back.
Absolutely.
Obviously, we want GP out there for the Eagles, but it is one of those things. If he's not out there, that gives more opportunity for a guy like Mike Williams, a guy like that who we might need big time down the stretch, because we've been calling for him. How many times in these last how many games we're just like, if you line him up with Pickens out there, both on the outside, I think that is going to do wonders for your offense and how you could stress out a defense. It's just that, for whatever reason, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes in practice and what Russ's comfortability is with Mike right now, but he's not out there as much as you would expect with a player of his caliber. Yeah. But hey, I like the decision to sit out Pickens, though. I did.
Also opened up the door for Move to get more action as well, man. It was good to see that.
Yeah.